What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode of Fishing with Flair. Today I'm doing a new series and it's going to be called Fishing on a Budget. And so what I'm doing is I'm heading to Bass Pro Shops right now, Council Bluffs, Iowa, and I'm taking a $50 bill with me and I'm going to see what lures I can pick out for $50 or less, not including tax. And these are the lures, if I had absolutely no tackle with me, these are the lures that I would choose to go out to the lake and catch fish. So stay tuned to this series and enjoy.
Sure.
Can I get a number 2? And actually I'll get 2 of those, and then 4 mozzarella sticks. That's all.
1963. 1963. How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Good. We got the goods. This vlog is brought to you by Arby's. Alright, so you guys know I love frog fishing. First lure, definitely going to be the Booyah Poppin Pad Crasher in the Bullfrog color. This color works for everything. You could also go with a brown color or a black color, but this one seems to work the best. And I also like the popping because with this popper you can make it pop or you can walk it like a traditional frog. So you get basically 2-in-1 with a single frog. Only $6.79 for this frog. That's the first item. So the second thing on my list is a curly tail worm, and here I have the Havoc. This is the 8-inch curly tail juice worm in green pumpkin color. So for my third lure, I'm choosing the Yum Dinger, and this one is the bigger size, the 6-inch. And the reason why I would recommend the 6-inch is because if you're fishing and you want a 5-inch or 4-inch or 3-inch, you can always bite it down and trim it up a little bit. Going with green pumpkin, again, that's the best color for my area. It'll depend on the type of water that you're fishing. But for my third lure, going with the Senko style bait. So for my fourth lure, I'm going with a straight tail finesse worm. This one I'm going with the Havoc 6.25-inch in green pumpkin. This is called the bottom hopper. Basically, you can use this for a shaky head, drop shot, anything like that. The reason I'm going with the Havoc is because it's the least expensive. And again, like I said, we're doing this video based on the budget and not the brand. So this was the cheapest that Bass Pro carries, so that's why I'm going with this one. So for my fifth choice, going with the Yum Craw Papi. And the reason I'm going with this is because you can use this craw as a jig trailer, or you can just Texas rig it and fish it around brush and rocks and stuff like that. And I'm going with green pumpkin again. It's the most versatile color for my area. That's why I'm going with green pumpkin, but you could also vary from watermelon to black and blue, whatever color works for your area. So for my sixth lure, I'm going with these Finesse dragon heads. This is for that Havoc bottom hopper, so you can throw this basically on a shaky head. You could also put the Craw Papi on there and fish it like that as well. Basically all it is it's a good all-around shaky head style. So if the bass are pretty finicky and won't bite a Texas rig, you could try this and get a bite that way. So for my seventh lure, I'm going with a skirted jig, and this one I'm going in 3/8 ounce, and I'm doing it black and blue. That Craw Papi that I picked out, although it's green pumpkin and black and blue look very similar once they're under the water, and so you can use that Craw Papi as a trailer as well for this. The reason why I like this Booyah one is because one, it's cheap, and two, it comes with rattles. And sometimes bass like rattles, sometimes they don't, so if you buy a jig that already comes with rattles, then you don't have to buy those separately, which end up costing you more money. So for my eighth lure, I'm gonna go with this Chatterbait in white and Chartreuse. The reason why I would go with the original Chatterbait, unlike the normal new tech, is because when you're on a budget, you got to go with what comes with the most in each package, in which this one will come with a little white trailer, as you guys can see. That way you don't have to buy the additional soft plastic. I like the white and Chartreuse because it shows up in stained water, which is normally what I'm fishing, but it also works well in clear water. And I like to go with the 1/2 ounce because you can cast farther and you can work the chatterbait quicker while keeping it below the surface. So for my 9th lure, you guys know I love throwing the black War Eagle Buzzbait. Used it for years. I still think it's the best Buzzbait on the market. So I'm going again with the black one, with the black blade. This one's in 1/2 ounce. The reason why I like going with the Buzzbait is because you get a good reaction strike, and it's a lot of fun to fish, especially early morning or late at night. So for my 10th bait, I love throwing Squarebills, but they can also be pricey. So on this one, I'm going with the XPS brand. It's only $4, and I'm getting it in the 1.5 size. It's a little bit smaller, but it also gets those bigger fish to bite at times. I'm getting it in sexy shad color because it shows up really well in stained water and also clear water. All right, now that we got most of the lures, we got to get some hooks and some weights for our soft plastics. So for hooks, I'm gonna go with the XPS brand, offset round bend, 4/0. These are only $2.79, fairly cheap. I think you get 5 of them, which is enough to rig each of the lures that we got. Now that we got the hooks, we gotta get the weights. Since we're on a budget, we're not gonna go with tungsten this time. We're gonna go find some lead. I'm gonna get 2 different sizes, and since again we're on a budget, I'm gonna go with the unpainted ones, because if I go with the painted ones, it's gonna cost you a little bit more money. So I'm gonna start off, get a pack of these are 1/8 ounce. Unpainted, you get a 25 pack, so it's more than enough to have for all of the baits that you just got. So the 1/8 ounce is for when it's not very windy and you want a slow presentation. Then for the second weight, we're gonna go with 1/4 ounce. It's a little bit bigger, it's gonna cost you a little bit more money, but if it happens to be windy that day, then you're gonna want a heavier weight like the 1/4 ounce.
Grand total today is $56.25.
Alright guys, we just got back in the truck. As you saw, we went over by $3, not including the tax. But it was close enough to 50 bucks. I mean, I could have put a lure back, but I really felt like I needed everything that I bought in order to catch fish, basically year round, and basically any situation, lake, water clarity, and that kind of stuff. And since I went over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this away to one lucky winner. It's going to be my Christmas special prize package, and it's basically going to be Andrew FLAIR starter kit. So if you take all these lures that I just bought today, you're guaranteed to go catch fish, as long as the fish are willing to bite. And so basically that was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something about what I would pick if I had to only take a few lures with me and pick the necessities and basically my confidence baits. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home and I'm going to show you guys all the different ways to rig and fish the lures that I bought. And some of it may be unique and new to you. You may find that I fish these lures differently because I can fish each of them multiple ways and in ways that they are not advertised to be fished. So stay tuned for part 2 coming out soon. Thanks for watching.